Yo, Detroit and around the world, are you ready to turn up the volume? Introducing Roadworks Records, the podcast from Detroit, the podcast with grit. Your new go-to for real talk on everything entertainment, from Detroit's gritty streets to the global scene. Yeah, hosted by me. You know who I am, T-Money Green, that brought you the bass to Death Row Records back in the heyday. And I got three of the smartest ladies with me. Jen Shagner, our Jen with the juice. We got Gail Suhu, and we got Jackie Wallace. Listen, our show is raw, unfiltered, and it's packed with the hottest trends, artist drops, and the inside stories you won't want to miss. So listen, tune in to Roadwork Records, the podcast. It's where Detroit grit meets the world stage. Don't miss out. Check us out. Roadwork Records on Facebook for more details. Streaming everywhere. Be there.
Yeah, be there, bitches.
Be there
Yeah.
or be square.
You can be round too if you want. It's
Yeah.
cool. Who,
Okay.
Who is it this
Okay.
time?
It's not
It ain't
me.
me.
It's not me.
It's not me. Gail
It was
is
the doctor.
I've never seen a more guilty face.
I know. She's.
How many times did she warn us
I know.
to make
She's
sure?
about-
I have it
Yeah.
on Do Not
Oh,
Disturb, but I had to
man.
turn my volume
That's
all the
called
way down.
karma.
See, that's what
Doctor.
always gets me is that darn volume. I
That's-
know.
You guys are new to this.
Dang.
Like-
Me and Jackie know how it goes.
Your
Oh,
phone always
whatever.
rings.
It's
What are you
always
talking
it's
about?
always her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for 15 minutes, we had to listen to her
I
say,
mean,
"Do not disturb. Do
What
Do
is
not
not
this?
disturb.
The
disturb."
beat on the
Do-
doctor day.
We're just giving it right back to you, lovey. We're just giving
Yeah.
it right
Do you want
back
some
to
pain
you.
pills, doctor? Or what am I saying? You're a doctor. What the hell?
Write your
Never
own
mind.
script.
I
Write
Yeah.
your
can't,
own
I
script.
can't answer that on
Jen,
the
are
air.
you selling pain pills? Is that what you were giving out?
No,
for
I
Halloween?
don't sell anything.
You giving
I
out
just
for
give.
Halloween?
I'm
How
a
much?
giving person.
I'll pay
Give it-
5 apiece.
I don't sell.
Happy Halloween, guys!
I'm not a
Yeah.
dealer. I'm not a
Yeah.
pusher.
Hey, so you saw some beautiful people come to
I
your parlor,
did
huh?
like 400 people.
Then you had some
last
escaped
night.
inmates. I saw you had
We
some
Nice.
escaped
did. The
inmates.
No,
team, they
no.
were so much fun. They,
So great.
we do have a really cool team player. He's one of our leads who is actually the chief of police, but he's semi-retired.
That's how Jackie gets away with everything.
No, Jackie doesn't do anything.
Ah.
I'm scared of him.
Saint
No,
Jackie
no,
over
no.
here. Yeah.
Nope. I do
Jackie,
not. I do not take advantage
Jackie's a
of him.
Virgo. I know she's scared to death of that.
That's right.
We stay
I
out
don't.
of
I don't
trouble.
mess with him.
Hmm.
But he got real inmates uniforms.
Uniforms,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the team, they
I
were
wouldn't
cops
wanna
and
play with
robbers,
that.
and
I
it was
wouldn't wanna
fun.
play with that.
It
They're all
was
like
fun.
somehow perfectly fitting and monogrammed. Everyone.
I know that was
"What?"
interesting.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, that's your size. Fits
How did
perfectly.
you know?
No, it was fun. It was fun. We had about 400 kids come through. It's always busy, and it was cool. The kids, I was kind of blown away because usually kids are like they just get the candy and they go.
Yeah.
I can't get over how many kids were like, "Thank you, thank you." It was like,
It's about time.
what?
Yeah,
Where'd this
yeah.
come from?
We
Were
used
you
to say
giving away
thank you.
pizza slices
No,
too?
no, and they asked, but I did have some kids.
I love that
were-
they asked.
were actually really cute. They were like, "Oh, can I have this one instead? Can I get those instead? Oh, I want the nerds." I'm like, "What's a nerd? Which one of these is nerds? Do I
Right,
take
yeah.
it?"
Oh, picky, huh?
That's great. Well, you don't want to go home with a bunch of crap candy.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah.
Hey, they showed this very small Snickers,
Yeah,
and it had some shit in it. They opened it
No.
up, and it had
really. That's scary.
What in the ever loving? Like seriously, what is wrong with people? And why do you want to fuck with the kid? I don't
mean,
mean just
just
drop
like
an
they
F
used to
bomb.
put,
I
like,
agree.
Pins and
Yeah,
That's
in the
bullshit.
apples and all that kind of
That's
stuff. Like
scary.
these are kids.
Yeah,
Like
right.
this
razor
is,
blades and
I
crap.
agree.
it's so messed
There's
up.
been somebody doing that ever since I was a kid.
Truth.
Yeah.
You always hear about it, and now you don't know if it's true or not.
Mhm.
You know what I
You don't
mean?
want to take a chance.
Now
Right.
everything is fake news with
You just
AI.
take
I
the,
mean,
look, take the
shit.
kids trick or treating, let them have fun, then take
Mhm.
the candy and throw it away when you get
But
home.
Well-
it is cool that they go out. Like there were
Yeah,
tons
that part.
of
Yes.
kids out last
Yeah.
night with the parents
Let 'em
walking,
enjoy that.
and it was like,
See,
this is
it's
nice.
not like
It's what they
that,
should
but-
be doing.
But I'm on a main road
Oh,
and blah
yeah,
blah
no.
blah. You know what I mean? But they don't.
Yeah.
I remember the first year I like decorated and got all this candy, and
Nobody.
nope, I just
yeah.
sat there like, Damn
Diabetes.
kids. Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
you gotta get good
Like
candy.
shaking and and I did. I buy like full size
Oh,
Reese's
wow.
and all this.
That's
yeah.
why you had to
But
go
nobody
to the dentist.
comes.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Trust.
I took my kids a long time ago trick or treating and little Tony where they went in Farmington,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
and they were getting big ass candy
Yeah, you
bars
get
Yeah.
the
and
full
shit.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, go back there and get a couple more.
I mean, now remember how small they were when
Ah.
we went trick or treating?
Yeah.
Now people are even lamer and they just buy those little like one bite thing, like you were talking
Right, yeah,
about.
the one
Yeah.
bite.
Well,
It's
it
not
costs
even
so
a
much
mini.
now.
Yeah, somebody said like the bag of candy, the regular bag of candy is like $35. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Expensive.
come
Mhm.
on.
They're
It's
messing up,
expensive.
man.
Yeah, make me like you that
Okay,
much.
well,
Right.
how do you feel about the adults that walk around with their infant that the infant's not going to eat the candy for 5
The
years?
infant should be at home.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
adults
come
are
on. So what? Listen, if I
adults
could
aren't
trick or
getting
treat and get
candy.
away, if I could get candy, trust and know that I would be out trick or treating.
Would you?
But
Absolutely.
but would you have
Just
a
like for
2-year-old
Hash
baby?
Bash, you did the
I did, yeah.
Hash Bash is different.
I would
That-
take a
that-
baby
that
out.
was-
No,
that
I
was for
wouldn't take a
adults.
baby out in crappy weather.
Yeah.
But I don't think last night was all that bad.
No, last night the weather
It
was
was
So-
cold, wasn't it cold?
I mean,
it wasn't too bad. No, because I stood outside. It wasn't that bad. It was
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I would take a baby out and totally,
Mhm.
absolutely be like, oh, I would use my baby to get candy. Absolutely. Are you
She's
kidding
gonna
me? You know how
pick
much
out
that
a
child
baby.
is gonna
somebody
cost
else's
me?
baby to the mall and pick up.
To me, it's
See,
like
exactly.
Here's what I think. I think you know what? That is way too much work. Stay
Yeah.
home.
That's
buy
what I'm
the, Buy the
saying.
$25 bag
Aw,
of candy.
thanks.
Yeah. Can you
See,
eat
not gonna
those?
share. I will.
Are you
I
sure?
will.
You be
yeah.
careful.
They'll be
now.
finally aged by the time
Wow.
I'm allowed to have them.
Oh, they're aged.
Aged. Oh my
Like,
god.
like wine and cheese. and
Exactly.
Chocolate.
But honestly, if you go through all that trouble, then you deserve the reward.
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
gonna do it and get the costume
I
and
just don't
dress the
think it's worth
baby
it.
up and do all that, you know.
I don't think it's worth it. Stay home. Buy
Yeah.
buy yourself a bag of candy.
I'm
Keep
with
the
that.
baby.
I mean, is it
home.
okay if they're in a stroller then?
Yeah, and the stroller is
Because
Because
better.
that way
It's
you
too
can
much
carry
work.
more candy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Might have a doll in there instead
Yeah,
of
so-
a baby.
There we go, Doc. Now you're thinking.
So here's what you do for kids, small kids that don't know. You let them go through all the act of,
Right.
and then you have the same color bag at home with
You switch
candy
it.
in it, and you switch,
Switch
it. Yeah, because I mean, you got really people
Jeez.
hurting people.
That is true. That is very true.
I mean, you would hate if
Oh.
you gave your baby a piece of candy and a fucking needle was in it
Mhm.
or
Well,
something.
I would
That's
check
true.
it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
well,
only
yeah.
certain-
Now you can. Now most of the time you can go right to the police station and have them check it, like X-ray everything.
Oh,
and I bet you
really?
if this
But that,
is the
that's
stuff that
only
keeps
for
going
those
on.
types of things, but other stuff.
Oh, I
That's
didn't know
true.
that.
Yeah, like if people are gonna put drugs and stuff in the candy, come on, now, you know what I mean?
I stopped going trick or treating after I think I was 12 because my parents threw my candy away.
So it wasn't worth
Yeah, it
that
wasn't worth
walking
it
in the
after.
cold.
Are you sure
and
they threw it
rain.
away
Yeah.
and they didn't just keep it?
Yeah,
No, they threw it
yeah.
away.
Damn.
And I was mad because I got a lot of slow pokes from the guy next door, and he was, it's like,
Aw. I just saw like a video of this. I mean, honestly, this child was like crying. Like you could tell this was like whatever had just happened was so emotional for him. And he was so hurt and so sad. And they pan out, and mom forgot that she took his Halloween bucket and hid it in the oven. And she went to preheat for dinner and it melted everything.
Wow.
And so here's little homeboy, like just in front of the oven, and you can, I'm sure you can smell it. And he's
he's
just like,
having a meltdown just like his
Yeah.
candy.
and she's like, I'm so sorry. And he's
No,
just
you're
looking
not.
at her
And
like,
then
you
the
will
smell
never be
of-
forgiven.
Of you know,
Plastic
chocolate,
and candy. Yeah.
Oh.
Delicious.
And then these kids talk back. I hate you, mom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's probably worse than that now. It's
I
probably
know.
F-bombs
I
all
know,
day.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
really. Boy, we couldn't
Uh-uh.
talk back.
Just like the
No.
cockatoos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, get
You'd
the-
go behind the wall and be like,
Yeah, right. And
And-
get caught.
yeah, exactly.
Behind the wall.
Behind the
Hey.
wall. Oh,
Behind
see
the
how I do?
wall.
See how I do?
I like you plugging that book at all.
That's right. Keep plugging it.
That's right.
Plug
Jen,
away.
look what I'm wearing today.
Yeah,
I
you got
know,
your Lions
see?
gear on
Yeah,
today.
Jen
We're
got
gonna
it.
wear ours
for her
tomorrow.
birthday. For her birthday.
So
Look, the
That's right.
Lions game. We go to a Lions watch party tomorrow.
Oh,
Of course, I'll be in
nice.
Lions gear.
Yeah, I should hope so.
you sound so miserable.
Mhm.
Of course, I'll be.
That's
because
because they're not playing the Bills, so
I know.
he's gonna go along with it.
Mhm.
It's gonna be his Halloween thing.
Well, hey guys, we should get on with
Halloween.
some gin and juice.
Yeah,
right
we better
now,
get
'cause we
started.
Yeah,
have a
it's
guest
nice and
today,
short
so
this week. No
that's
stress.
okay.
You
That's
sure?
okay.
Stress.
Uh-huh.
It is. Look, I
Let's
swear.
get
Look.
our, let's get our
Okay.
music.
Look how little it is.
Oh yeah.
My financial aid paperwork I'm sending to Henry Ford. That's a book.
Oh yeah. Come on now.
Oh no, Henry Ford.
I love me some Henry Ford. See, you're just not paying attention. See how I got distracted over here?
Right.
Okay, that was my four.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, y'all. Well, we already know that the diddler was sentenced to 50 months in prison with time served. And if I'm not mistaken, he asked Trump for his pardon even before that sentence was handed down.
Trump was like, no.
Yeah. So after he was found guilty, we talked about how the diderific was allegedly almost stabbed. Remember that with the shiv and everything.
Right.
So now, for some reason, his camp seems inclined to bring this story up again, and now they're marketing it as like they held a knife to Diddy's throat when he was sleeping. Okay, same exact story that we talked about like over a month ago.
Yeah.
Just so everyone's aware. Don't get it twisted. Nobody's really that out to get Diddy. So I just wanted to get that cleared up. And the diderific has moved, you guys. He now lives in New Jersey. He's
What are you calling him?
The
the
diderific. That time.
Yeah.
And the
I
first
call him
time she
different
said
things.
something else.
The
It was-
diddler.
the
And what do I call him?
Diderific.
Oh, diderific. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, that's right. So he's now in New Jersey. He's at Fort Dix, which we discussed last time. And he's already got a prison job, you guys. He's on laundry duty. You guys think
You
that?
okay, doctor?
No, she
She always starts choking when we talk about Diddy. I know.
Hot flash.
She always gets, I don't know. You guys think he even knows how to
Laundry
like,
duty.
yeah, you think he
'Cause
knows
he's
how to fold a
used to
shirt?
I was
laundering
gonna
stuff.
say.
There
No,
you
he
go.
just wants to smell the clothes.
Ew, gross. Do you
All
think
right,
he
that's
is? Ew,
nasty.
you know he is. That is
Stop.
so nasty. And
Yeah.
so
That's
is the did.
gross.
Okay, so TMZ recently reported that the did had asked Trump to commute his sentence. So the White House is allegedly denying that any of that's going on, but Harvey Levin and the team at TMZ is standing by their report. So I'll keep you posted on that if anything ever happens in regards to that update. But we do know a few of Diddy's post-prison conditions that he's going to have to adhere to when he gets out. And so here's a couple of them. He's got to submit to searches whenever they say. He cannot contact any of the victims in any of the cases for any reason. He will have to participate in outpatient treatment programs for drug abuse and mental health issues, and more than likely will be put on some sort of prescription drug to, like, I don't know, keep it down or make him dumber. I don't know. But he
Keep it
must
down, yeah.
he must participate in a domestic violence program. He will not obviously be allowed to own, possess, or have access to a firearm or any other destructive device. But I do believe baby oil is completely fine. So
Yeah,
he's good there.
he's cool with the baby.
Yeah, so
They're
we're good on
gonna
that.
sponsor him,
Mhm.
endorse him.
Yeah, that's
And they did. Somebody somehow, I don't know how, but got a picture of Diddy outside for like free time, you know, and he looking old. He's all like bundled up like it's, you know, Sub-Zero out.
It's
but-
amazing how he just transformed, man.
Mhm.
Guys be using too much greasing and shit.
You know,
Mm.
it happens.
His hair's all white and his beard is
Now he's
all-
using like shoe polish and
Right. Wow.
ew. So, anyways, that's all we got on Diddy, thankfully, for now. But I'll
Yeah.
keep you guys updated. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
And the other one I promised to keep you guys updated on was singer David and his involvement in the Celeste Rivas Hernandez case. And so here's the latest on that. The LA County Medical Examiner is still waiting on critical toxology results and lab tests. And apparently this can take up to several months, which I just find crazy, but whatever. So this is to determine whether or not Celeste's death will be classified as a homicide or not. No arrests have been made yet, and singer David has not been named as a suspect by authorities. However, there is a private investigator named Steve Fisher, who was hired by the homeowner of the house that the singer was living in, who has been providing several interesting updates to the media. Stephen claims to have found pill bottles and an opioid prescription at the former residence. He also found female products that did not belong to Celeste, believing the indication that multiple people besides David had access to and stayed at the house. And weirder still, you guys, he found heavy-duty farm tools and machinery. that one would typically find on a farm and would have no use for in a Hollywood Hills home.
Oh, wow.
And one creepy thing that I have to mention, because I feel like it could be significant potentially, but as Fisher described the items, he used the word sadistic. How creepy is that? So, because, you know, we remember her body was found dismembered in the front trunk of the Tesla. So Fisher also claims to know who the last person driving that Tesla was before it was abandoned and towed. So Steve claims to have photographed all of these things, including a package that had been delivered, which I guess they believe to be more farm equipment that was never opened. It's still in the package, and he's taken photographs of all of this evidence and turned it over to the LAPD. But it's really weird because remember we talked about how the LAPD went in there and they checked for blood, you know, and all this stuff. So this is it's just getting weirder and weirder and weirder. And the fact that they haven't filed any charges or anything like that yet, and how long this toxicology report is taking, it's just weird. I mean, now people are saying that more than likely or not more than likely, but one possible scenario is that she overdosed and that somebody freaked out. And
where's her family?
They're not far. They were like 45 minutes, I believe, north.
But like, are they pushing an investigation?
They're involved in the investigation. I believe they don't speak English super great, at least the parents. So there's been, you know, some of that going on, but yeah, they are involved in it. They did have a funeral for her, but like I said, they're still waiting on the toxicology, and that seems to be the mainest issue.
And if she was dismembered, I don't understand how that couldn't have been a homicide.
Well, they're saying, did she die first and then she was dismembered? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So,
it's a homicide.
Well, if she overdosed, you know what I mean? Like if she was partying and she did this stuff on her own and then she died. Instead of
then it's okay to cut her.
Well, no, it's not okay, but I believe the charges are different. Right. I mean, it's just going to be different charges, but yeah. So look at Jackie's a little twisted today. Good for Jackie. Okay. This is the dark side of Jackie Wallace, y'all. Okay. So anyways.
Well, T's instigating.
He always does.
Oh, God.
Okay. So remember on our last show, we talked about how Adam Sandler was coming to Little Caesars Arena?
Right.
So he performed on Tuesday, October 14th, and he had Kevin Nealon and Kevin James open up for him on the You're My Best Friend tour. And a big Detroit name was in the audience, causing an even bigger story in the aftermath. So the star of the aftermath, her name is Katrina Mulata. She is a hairstylist out of Birmingham, Michigan, and she's been working with them for like 20 years. She styled Snoop, 50, bunch of people. TMZ reported shortly after the Sandler show that Katrina and her client Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady, Eminem were an item. They have no photos, nothing tangible that I have seen, only a supposed source with direct knowledge saying that the rapper is dating Katrina Mulata. But I, too, have direct sources, and mine contradict everything TMZ is putting out there. I know someone that has spoken to Katrina personally about the situation, and Katrina says it is not true. On top of all of that, she is in a long-term relationship. And this is where it gets a little foggy. Reports in the media say that she is newly single. There is a chance that maybe she and her boyfriend have broken up. But either way, she is sticking to her story that she is not with Marshall Mathers.
So she's the one that was in the audience that caused up a stir?
She was with M. She was styling him or whatever. I guess they went to Mom's Spaghetti first, and then they went to the show. There was a little video of them leaving. I'm not sure exactly where. Probably it looked closer to Mom's Spaghetti. And she was like nowhere near him. You know what I mean? Not to mention she's been styling his hair for over 20 years, so she probably knows his whole family. You know, this, that, and the other. So they're more than just like client. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
confident.
They're friends. Yeah. And so she went there. She went to Adam Sandler with them, and somebody saw them and just started going crazy with the story.
Were they on the kiss cam?
I don't think they were on the Coldplay kiss cam. No. So yeah, she was on Mojo in the Morning, I believe, to tell her side of the story, but if you go online and check it now, she's getting like zero credibility. So I told her she wants to come on and clear things up. She's more than welcome to pop on here and give her side of the story and whatever. But as of now, yeah, TMZ needs to start doing a little fact checking, Harvey. You know, yeah, because this poor girl, like, honestly, that could upend her life.
Yeah.
That is not
right.
cool. Like, that is not cool at all.
Right.
So,
But all publicity is good publicity.
well, that's true. That is true.
Even if it's bad, I mean, at least they're talking about
And she's a gorgeous, gorgeous woman. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But like, that's not cool. Like, you don't say stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know. So, anywho,
Yeah.
You guys know that they're playing the World Series. Did you guys hear anything about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got really tired the other night.
I'm sure you did. Yeah. So 1 game left, right?
I want the Blue Jays to do it.
I want the Blue Jays to do it too. We finally agree on something.
Wow.
Who's playing?
Oh gosh.
Blue
Blue
Jays,
Jays and
LA,
Dodgers.
LA Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Dodgers had it last year anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
did they?
Yeah.
You know, and they got Shohei. Anyways, so tonight's last game, Toronto Blue Jays and the LA Dodgers head into Game 7. Winner take all game tonight at Rogers Center in Toronto. The game is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock this evening, not 8 o'clock. There's reports all over the place, and God only knows how this game is going to end up. Game 5 lasted well over 6 hours and went into 18 innings. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Both teams want this so bad. The Jays won games 1, 4, and 5, and the Dodgers have kept it even, winning games 2, 3, and tying up last night with a 3-1 win over the Jays in Toronto. Experts say the Dodgers are the favorites to take the series, but don't count out the Blue Jays just yet, because they have been smacking balls like they owe them money, and their fans are losing their
The
minds.
fans are crazy.
So no matter who wins this last game tonight, one thing is for certain: it's definitely going to be some great baseball.
Look, I told Gail it was going to be a Game 7 because the seats were packed.
It's
So
insane.
when you think about it, all the concession, all of that, you know.
Well,
the
and you know,
seats.
normally they stop selling stuff after what, like the 7th inning?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
think
People
about
would have been
all that
like-
extra money. Yeah.
They
People
made-
would have been sobering up, which is worse than just being sober, because then
Yeah.
you're pissed.
Right, yeah.
You know, and yeah, it's
That's great. I mean, but you know, to me, it's all money.
of course it's all
Because
money.
when you see all of them seats packed, then you know they
Yes.
don't want to go 3 games and out.
So there's a
Drag
guy
this on.
in LA that supposedly has borrowed money. Like, it can't be as major as he's making it sound, but he's making it sound like he went to like major mafia people, and like
Oh, God.
he sold his car supposedly, he sold his home supposedly, to go and bet $250,000 that the Dodgers were going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh.
And I don't even think the
The
Super
return
Bowl?
or
The World
the
Series.
sorry, you know where my head's
Yeah.
actually at,
Yeah,
the
I
World
do.
Series. But like, I guess the return on that bet isn't even that great, because the Dodgers
They're
were
favored.
expected. Yeah, exactly.
So it's almost
Yeah.
$1 on the, you know, you get your money back plus a couple
Or
dollars.
you lose.
Or you lose to Canada.
I would hate to lose to anything that much money.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like gambling. No way. Gambling, you know.
No, it's not fun.
No.
No, I mean, I like the slots. We've talked about this before, but yeah. Okay. So moving right along. Gone but not forgotten, Mr. John Sinclair. Detroit poet, counterculture icon, MC5 manager, lifelong activist whose life blended music, art, rebellion into one long jazz riff, is being honored this Monday at a fundraising event for his headstone. The event will take place at the shop in Hazel Park, located at 23305 DeQuinder Road, and it starts at 7 p.m. It is a music-heavy event with performances by S.K. Rodriguez, Molasses Men, and the Blues Scholars, to name a few. This event is a fundraiser to gather some cash for Mr. Sinclair's headstone, and it sounds like a blast. So if you're looking for something to do on Monday, swing by the shop in Hazel Park and check it out.
Mhm.
Also, Centennial Park downtown finally opened. I don't know
Oh.
if you're familiar with the fact they've been working on this for quite a long time,
Right.
but right along Detroit's riverfront,
It
it's finally
looks
open. It
beautiful.
looks
Yeah.
amazing. Opening weekend official was Saturday, October 25th, and they had all sorts of events going on. Last weekend, there was live music, food trucks from all around the metro area, and family-friendly play areas that were set up in the beautiful new 22-acre park. And it connects to the Riverwalk, and it extends it to approximately right now 3.5 miles. But once they fill in all the little like undeveloped gaps, it's going to be 5.5 miles. Riverwalk path. So that is super cool. It features a play garden, a 2.5-acre water garden, a covered sports pavilion with full-size basketball courts, and a huge lawn space for concerts, movies, gatherings, maybe a victory party for a winning Detroit team.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the Lions, you know.
They
So
got horse and buggy.
yeah, I mean,
They need the horse and buggy ride.
I
they don't
mean,
have that.
no.
Oh.
But maybe you could.
Listen to T.
Where was
Maybe-
that? supposed to be? Was that,
Oh, well,
was
then
that
I'm not
Palmer Park
going.
that had that?
I was like, why do we need a horse?
was
he
that
just
see?
Palmer Park?
he just
or
took
Belle
something
Isle?
that was so cool
Belle
and
Isle had it.
exciting.
Oh, Belle Isle had,
Oh.
had horses and buggies,
Yeah.
and they
Horse
also
and
you could
buggy.
also ride a horse.
You
Yeah.
need to go to see the
Ah.
Amish.
I mean,
T.
you
But
were-
I
go
told you
ahead.
I'm on a lot of drugs today, T.
Yeah,
So
I
what are you
know.
doing?
All right, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jed.
You're just about done.
Go
So,
ahead.
I'm excited about Centennial Park.
Yeah, I think it's
And of
beautiful.
course, here we go forward down the field. T, ready?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Bring it.
Week 6 was not a great week for officiating or for the Detroit Lions, who took a loss from Kansas City Swifties. I'm sorry, the Kansas City Chiefs, with a final score of 17 to
That was
30.
good.
The calls and the lack of calls in that game were brow raising, to say the least. The Swifties had 0 penalties in that game that were called, which is crazy considering that they had 13 penalties called on them the week before.
Yeah.
And not to be a conspiracy theorist, but 13 just happens to be Tay-Tay's number.
It
So,
is.
anyways,
Yes.
on to week 7, Monday Night Football. The Lions spanked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home with a 24-9 win. That game was beyond. St. Brown Williams made the Spider-Man Superman pose in the end zone after the amazing touchdown play in the first quarter. There were way too many highlights to even get into, so we won't, but great game, boys. Thank you for playing your hearts out for Detroit, and the Lions were happy to get some rest during their bye week before they welcome the Minnesota Vikings tomorrow afternoon at Ford Field. Game starts at 1 o'clock, and if anybody out there has an extra ticket that they want to float my way, just hit me up. You guys know how to get in touch with me, and I'll be your new bestie.
But guess what? Somebody was selling their tickets, right? And
I
it
don't
was
got no money.
600 I know, but I'm saying how the tickets were so expensive.
Oh no! If you go on StubHub like right now, some of the tickets in the nosebleeds are like 1,300, which is retarded because right next to it is like a seat for 600.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's a nosebleed.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying,
I
if
was
anybody's
scared to
got a
be sitting
ticket, I mean,
there,
those
yeah.
suites, they hold a lot of people.
Yeah.
You
There you
know,
go.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well,
You want your suite to look full, like you're cool, you know.
Like you
so-
have friends.
Yeah. So I'm just, like maybe
Real friends.
yeah,
real
like,
ones.
in Lions gear,
yeah.
that know the song. I'm just
Chad, you
saying.
never know. Keep
It
putting
needs
it
a
out
new
there,
song.
Chad.
Exactly. Manifest that
Manifest.
shit.
Manifest it.
Exactly.
Good job, though.
All right.
Thank
for the
you.
game.
Thanks
so
for
that's the
updating
juice.
us.
That's
All
the
right,
juice,
Jen.
y'all.
That was
Yeah.
pretty juicy.
That
Yeah.
is pretty
It's
juicy.
a variety juice.
Thanks,
Yeah, there
that's
you go.
right.
All right,
That's
let's get a
right.
song playing and we're getting ready for part 2 of the
Music.
show.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Uh-oh.
Oh. T, start singing.
Up, turn around and do it again next week. Again. It's best to blend. Yet I don't like no strangers tipping in. And
You know that ghetto can be so mean. Gotta learn to fall somewhere between. You know that ghetto can be so cold. Better not step on any toes.
What you know about no water, no heat, no lights? Last night's dinner was sleep. New beef, old peach, same street police. They never show up to somebody to see. Full of grief, sadness, hurt, sorrow and pain. Release my drink and snort, pop, smoke and shoot something up in your veins. Hard to maintain, so you complain to try to cope. Deal with the real, blow through smoke. No games, no jokes, it's life for show. Give and takes, more like take and go. Then take some more. You don't know about the ghetto that I came from. Instead of trying to train one, you better change, son.
You know that ghetto can be so mean. Gotta learn to fall somewhere between. You know that ghetto can be so cold. Better not step on any toes.
I move on the Motor City streets where the drug dealers compete. Thugs hit the street when the plug flutters, the hungry eat. News reporters distort clues, some sources diffuse that they express are confused and off target. We know the D. We walk it, I look around and observe the coroner's van scrape up a young man's brains from the curb. Gunshots throughout the summer sound clear. This ain't the place to vacation, you ain't from round here. This is day 12, don't be on no bitch shit. We lift up your skirt and stuff your panties in your purse by your lipstick. This ain't no drug-free zone, it's well known as home to where the dope addicts Jones to drink they methadone. Respect is old, it's treacherous where I rest to roam. Gangsters with faces with grim aggressive expressions on. Players shit gone, we all related through flesh and bone. So if you cross it, just know who toes you stepping on.
You know that ghetto can be so mean. Gotta learn to fall somewhere between. You know that ghetto can be so cold. Better not step on any toes.
You step over broken glass, bricks and broken needles. A land that's filled with drug deals, abandoned houses and homeless people. Come have a glimpse at the prostitutes and pimps. City of hits, filled and fine automobiles. We grind hard in the field, rock gators and ill. We work a hustle for profit, stuck cheese like Hot Pockets. Take a look at the teenage mom, she got a strip at the motorcycle club to feed the baby on her arm. No need to raise the alarm, we good fellas. We eating with love and brotherhood between blacks and Middle Easterns. Just look over your shoulder, the hookers pulling some brothers over. They got control in the rolling the stolen Range Rover. I stop and stare at a man that needed real care. Went to Iraq but came back pushing a wheelchair. We got mothers robbing and sticking. We short on the budget for public schooling from crooked judges and politicians.
You know that ghetto can be so mean. Gotta learn to fall somewhere between. You know that ghetto can be so cold. Better not step on any toes.
Hey guys, we're back.
Here we go.
Here we
Hey,
go. So
hey.
listen,
I
there's
don't see Jake in the.
oh yeah,
in
I
the
see him.
monitor.
He's there.
Oh, he is right there.
Yes. So listen, there's nothing that we'd rather talk about
Yeah.
than the talent that is born and built in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
And let's face it, Detroit's always been a city where music isn't just heard, but it's lived, breathed, and felt. And there are a few people who embody that spirit besides you, T. And our guest today is one of those people. Meet Mr. Jake Bass. He's the
Hello, everybody.
powerhouse composer, producer, performer, and entrepreneur, an all-around creative force who is redefining what the next gen of Detroit music sounds like. Welcome to
Thank
the
you.
show.
Thanks for having me, everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thanks for
being
being
here.
here.
Wonderful. That was one hell of an intro. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Now you gotta live up to it.
Doesn't she make you feel so good?
Listen,
She's the
you-
intro queen.
You
Warm
saw
and
what we
fuzzy.
posted. We had to really
Yeah.
shorten it, and even the post we had to shorten
Yeah.
because it was like I looked at your bio and
Yeah.
which I know about you, and I've
Right.
seen other interviews.
Mhm.
Rocky, my daughter, interviewed you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
you did.
so for Dope, and that was a really good interview.
Yeah, thank you.
But it was like, okay, where do we go with this guy? Like,
Yeah,
where do
there's
we
a lot.
even start? So
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yes.
It's a great thing. But where I do want to start is you are the founder of Bassment Sounds 2.0, right?
Yep.
And Boca J Music LLC. And I know you've got your hands into a lot of other things, but is that the main gig today?
So those are my, my recording studio, my production company. Those are my umbrellas for
Okay.
all the work that I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So talk about the umbrella, because I know you have artists that are signed to you, amazing
Correct.
artists.
Yes.
You
Oh,
have
Thank you.
Mama Yaya.
Yep.
Where's she from?
Chicago.
Oh, she is from Chicago.
Yep.
Now, did you meet her in school because you have a degree from Chicago as well?
Correct. Yes, we went to Columbia College together. in
Oh, is that
Chicago.
how you guys met?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were at the
So-
prom.
Yeah.
No. That's where I met her all the way back in 2009.
What made you go to school there? Because I know we're going to get into this part a little bit
Mhm.
later, but music is in your DNA. So it's
Yes.
not
Truth.
like you really had to go to school. You were kind of born into it and
Yeah.
just kept going with it. But
Yeah.
What made you go to school?
So I have a good answer for that.
Okay.
That reason for me was I didn't know anything about music theory.
Okay.
Everything that I did was by ear
Wow.
and by feeling. And so I had no clue what the hell I was doing every time I would write or perform a song. And I felt like, okay, I need to study my craft more. How much more knowledge can I get? I don't know how to read sheet music. I don't know how to play sheet music. All of that stuff as far as the technicalities of
Mhm.
things. And that was just something that I was interested in. But here I never took lessons. I never pursued that. So I was
Really?
like, this is the time for me to become as well-rounded as possible.
Okay.
And I've always loved Chicago. It's an amazing
yeah.
city.
It
I
is.
felt like that was a better place for me than New York or LA at the time. I
Okay.
had been to LA back and forth my whole life, and New York was just too big for me.
Mhm.
Chicago was just like that perfect happy medium,
Mhm.
and it was so close. It was only 4 hours away.
Right,
so
right.
I could visit family, people could visit
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
You like the pizza better?
And no.
Do you?
Detroit
Detroit
number one.
pizza.
All right,
yeah,
Detroit.
All day. But Chicago
Joke.
number 2.
Yeah.
So it just made sense, and I
Mm-hmm.
got into Columbia way back in 2008. So I was like, let's go, and so I actually went there to study acting first,
Really?
because my whole life was music. I was like, you know what, this is the chance for me to be myself, reset, do whatever the hell I wanted to do. I'm not in Detroit anymore, and so I was like, let's try acting, because I always liked the film world.
Were you going to pursue that? Did you think?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
At that time I was like, let me try something.
Mm-hmm.
I was always making stupid videos back then in high school that would have been perfect for TikTok at the time.
You were ahead of your time.
All day.
Always.
So I went there for that, and within the first 2 weeks I was like, yeah, no, I got to go back to music.
Really?
So I switched my major in 2 weeks and went right back to music.
What made
Really?
you switch it?
So
Better grades.
right. I had a really great professor there who gave me a lot of wisdom, and I was like, I love doing this, but this isn't my passion. And I really discovered what that meant to be passionate about something, because I would study the acting, for the first few days I was there, and then go right back to my dorm and write and record
Work
songs
music.
So how
all
would you?
night long.
So
And I was
how
like,
would
so
you?
what am I doing?
How would you
crazy.
how would you
doing it.
define passion then?
So at the time, being 18 years old, I just thought
Because
passion
that's
was-
young to
Yeah.
figure out what your passion is.
Yes. I had figured that out when I was 8 years old, though.
Wow.
I just didn't know what to really call it.
Yeah.
Because when I was 8, that's when I got the music bug, and that's when I started playing drums, guitar, bass, piano, all that stuff. But when I got into that world and living that college life, I realized, oh, this is really all I think about. This is really all I want to do. Like,
Right.
even when I was studying some of the acting stuff, I was thinking about what the score would be for this.
That's
You know what I mean?
great.
So I was like, okay, that's true passion.
So it
right
kept
there.
pulling you
Mhm.
back,
Yes.
and that's when
I
you
had no
knew.
choice.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
who I
Awesome.
am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was never really like you weren't guided from
Mhm.
your dad to get into it.
No.
Okay.
That's what's so crazy about it. Me being a parent now and having 2 daughters.
Yeah.
The whole music thing was very much like, I'm going to expose you to it. I mean, my parents, they didn't have a choice. That was my only world. We could not afford daycare or anything like
Yeah.
that. So my dad had to bring me with him every single day when I was a toddler,
Yeah.
Mhm.
up until I was a teenager. So I didn't have a choice but to not be in that environment.
Okay.
But it was never like, try this, you should do this, what do
Right.
you think of this? I was just in it,
Yeah.
and I would be like, how'd you make that sound? Why does that do that?
That was of interest.
And so when I was 8, they got me a drum set for Hanukkah,
Okay.
and it was like, here you go, see if you like it. And I was
That's
like,
brave.
okay, let's see.
Drum set of all
Yeah.
things.
And- right.
Yeah.
My dad was like, here, try boom, 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 boom. And I was like, okay. And I tried it, and it was complete garbage. And he's like, it's all right. Give it some time. And he went upstairs, and a half hour later, he always tells me the story. I was down there just boom, boom.
Wow.
And he ran downstairs, and my mom ran downstairs, and they're like, yep, he got it. He's
Now,
got it.
now
So
let me
great.
just
Sign him up.
just
Sign
for-
him up.
So cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
for people listening, because we are going to have you and your dad back
Yes.
on together in the spring, which
Yeah.
was a brilliant idea that Jen had.
Sometimes.
So, but for our listeners,
Yeah.
tell them who your dad is.
Yeah, so my dad is Jeff Bass. He's one of the Bass brothers, along with my uncle Marky Bass, and their claim to fame is they discovered Eminem.
Is
Long
your
story short,
Right,
Is your
exactly.
dad
Yeah,
a
because it's
musician?
more than just discovered.
No,
yeah,
but
way
we're
more.
going to get to that when we get you guys both.
Yeah,
on
how
the
much
show.
time do we got? We
Yeah.
got all day?
Right.
We will. When
Long
you guys
story.
come back.
Yeah.
Is your dad a musician?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He
What
plays- he
about
plays
your
everything.
mom?
No, my mom's not.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So I
my
was just
dad and
kinda
uncle are musicians.
Okay.
They play everything.
Okay.
That's where I got
Okay.
it from.
So, okay, so let's go and talk about the umbrella of
Mhm.
what you do. And the reason I want to talk about this is because, you know this.
Mhm.
There are so many people out there trying to make it in music, but
Yeah.
they don't really know what making it is.
Mhm.
And it's very clouded because everybody thinks you have to be Taylor Swift to make a living at it.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like you have your hands into so
Mhm.
many different things. And
Yep.
that's what I like about this picture, this
Mhm.
interview is
Mhm.
you can teach people that there's a whole bunch of different
Mhm.
ways you can go about having a great career
Yeah.
in an industry that you're passionate about.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So let's talk about the umbrella.
Yeah. So I have been involved with my family's business since I was 14 years old. My dad and uncle, they built the recording studio that I now run
Okay.
when I was in high school. So I watched them build that place. And so I started like officially with my career working there. And I was just a runner getting all the rappers food and stuff like that.
Okay.
While I would absorb everything that was going on, like I had always done since I was a kid. And at that time, it was 2004. So Marshall was on top of the world and Shady
Mhm.
Records was on top of the world. So all those artists were coming in and out of the studio at that time. And so I was constantly around that and I was just picking up things, seeing what I really liked, what I didn't like as far as production, writing, engineering, all the stuff that goes into making records in a
Mhm.
recording studio. And I knew that that is what I loved to do because that was all I knew at the time and I could do it. And I was learning each day how to make that happen. And so I started writing and producing records in the basement while my dad was upstairs working with all these now legends.
Wow.
And so I was just fiddling around on my keyboard and on my MPC, playing guitar licks, trying to piece songs together. So it started like that. And then once I finally was able to record some concrete ideas, they ended up being really good for a
Mm.
teenager. And so
Wow.
I would purposely make beat CDs and leave them all around the studio in hopes that somebody, 50 Cent or
Right.
whoever would pick it up and be like, whose is this?
That's
But
great.
you did have a couple people like King Gordy
Yes.
and Bizarre.
Correct. So what happened was those guys picked up some of my CDs and were like, let me check
This
this
is
out.
before you were 18.
Oh, correct.
right?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I was
so
15 I was
beyond.
15. I was
Wow,
15 years
really?
old when I started working with King Gordy. Yep. And that was the first hip hop record I had produced when I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
On his King of Horrorcore album, I did a
That's
couple
just
tracks.
insane.
That
And
is.
Yeah, and it was a beat
Most
CD that he
15-year-olds
heard.
aren't doing stuff like that,
No,
right?
no.
But just to even be able to like keep it together at that young of an age,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Not only to like just make the beats in the first place, but
Yeah.
to think that far ahead, like
Mhm.
marketing wise, like
Mhm.
okay,
I'll
well,
leave it around
maybe,
and somebody
and
will
then,
pick it up.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, that's
It's-
how I
it's
got
cool shit.
connected with Sean Forbes too.
Yeah, which I wanted to
He
ask
stole
you about that.
he stole one of my
Did he?
Ooh,
that
We're
one
gonna
I
have to
did
have
not-
him on
Yes.
and fact check.
Exactly. I didn't leave that on purpose. That one was left behind. But that worked out well too. So that's how I started. And I learned so much in those years back then where I was like, oh, I would like to have a production company now because I would like to do more than just hip hop. I would like to be a writer and work with
Mm.
singers, not
Mhm.
just rappers. And so that's where that all came from. And my dad and uncle's original recording studio on 8 Mile, where I really grew up, was called Basement Sounds.
Mhm.
And so mine is Basement Sounds 2.0 because I'm the second generation.
Mhm.
And so I started that when I got out of college because that's when I wanted to start a record label because I had learned a whole bunch more through the years
Mhm.
about that side of things. And so I built my own studio in my basement
Okay.
and established a record label. And that's when I started signing all my artists.
So let's talk about the record label.
Yeah.
Okay. How many? Well, I knew you have like Drew Verdi.
Yep.
Ryan Scott.
Yep.
Mama Yaya.
Yep. And apropos.
Okay. I don't know who that is, but
Yeah, he's an R&B soul, alt soul singer from here as well.
from
I
Detroit.
think we had him
Yep.
on Hyped, right?
You might have.
Yeah. I
Maybe.
think
Or
he
have
was on
talked
Hyped.
to him about it.
I
Yeah.
know Ryan and Drew were on,
Yeah, they
Hyped.
were on.
Drew, yeah, Drew, we've had
and
on.
we've
Yeah.
had Drew on, on our show here too.
Yeah, so those are my 4 artists that are under my
And they
label
are
right now.
amazing artists.
Mm.
So
Yes,
when
all
they're
different too.
when they're signed to you, what does that mean?
So basically, I'm writing and producing with them as well as developing who they are as artists.
Like as in terms of branding, genre,
all of it.
everything.
Like, you know,
Okay.
with Ryan Scott, he was my first artist that I had signed back in 2018. And we, you know, really started with nothing. He had a few things out there, but we redeveloped his image, redeveloped his sound.
Wow, really?
And so we put all of the records together. We put the music videos together. I did a lot of the directing and producing on those as well.
Wow.
So it was really the full package.
Like a one-stop.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. And having the studio that helped as well because we didn't need to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but when
Go
you
for
said
it.
about going to school for like film and stuff like that, did you stick with that like long enough to glean enough knowledge to do like music videos and stuff like that?
So yes and no.
Okay.
Officially, I did it for 2 weeks. So
Okay.
definitely not.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
all of my dorm mates and friends were either in music or in film.
Okay.
And so I still was around it, watching them do their thing or helping them with their assignments or whatnot. And the crazy thing too is my really good buddy, Stefan, who works for me now at the studio, he went there for film. And we were roommates, and we were doing all these stupid videos back then that were for his assignments. And now, him being at the studio, he does all my social media. So now it's like in a professional sense, but still the same thing we've been doing for 20 years.
Right.
So
You
I've
turned your
always
studio into your dorm.
I love
exactly,
it.
yeah.
Studio.
So
is
that's like
next
all
door.
your bullshit in 30 minutes and all that
100%.
kind of stuff. I love
100%.
love those.
I've been doing that for so long, and my buddy's been filming them for
That's
so
so
long. So
great.
we just, you know,
I
nothing's
love 'em.
changed.
So
So yeah, I've always been in that.
in addition to working with the artists, first,
Mm-hmm.
well, before I go to the other stuff, how do you decide who you're going to work with, and
Mm-hmm.
how do you decide who you will sign on?
Yeah, so there's a couple things that are, I guess, requirements that I find spiritually. There's gotta be this connection with creating the music. So what I do is I tend to produce in more of an old school manner, which I know you'll appreciate. I love to work in the room with the artists. The chemistry has to be undeniable, whether it's starting from scratch with an idea or they're bringing in an idea. It's not over email. It's not remote. So I have to get in the room with them. And if I'm in the room with them and I'm like, holy shit, things are clicking like this, and we have songs in 30 minutes, that's how I know. 'Cause I work with
Really?
a lot of people, and,
Right.
and some of them are one-off. Some I do a couple things here and there. But the people that are signed to me, we've had that connection in the studio.
Really?
It's something that's very hard to describe, but it's
Yeah.
undeniable.
It's like
So
almost
it has
becomes
to be-
tangible.
Mhm,
It has to be something you feel.
mhm, Yes.
Okay. So
Yep.
it's not like an artist can come in and pretend to
Mhm.
connect.
Oh, because I'll know.
Okay.
You know, we can still come up with something.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a lack of authenticity there.
Wow.
And so there has to be that. And that's something that I learned from my dad and uncle.
How do you
watching them
learn
work.
that? And how would you teach that?
So it's a hard thing to teach for sure.
Mhm.
It's very much, do they have it or not?
Mm-hmm.
And if they do have it, how do we hone that and develop that? And that's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
And it's tough because there's people out there that are remarkably talented,
Right.
but it's not enough.
Right.
You know, it's just not enough. And like, I need to be able to see the whole thing, the whole 10-year plan, basically. And so with those artists that I do have, that's what I saw with them. I believed in them in that capacity.
How would you what would you tell an artist that comes to you that has almost the whole package except for that thing that
Yeah.
you're talking about? Like, how would you tell
So-
them this is why I can't sign you?
So I definitely, I see that a lot. And what happens is the lack of vision. Like, people come to me because they need help getting to a specific point. They
Mhm.
want to achieve something. you know, whether it's the full album, a single, whatever the production may be. But I need that artist to have the vision themselves, because I can't do that for you.
Yeah.
I need to see what you see, and then I can help you get there.
Yeah.
If you don't have that vision, how am I going to have that vision?
Right.
And it's very hard for artists and a lot
Yeah.
of rappers, especially, that, you know, they can rap,
hmm
but there's so much more than that.
Well, and do you think that part of it too is they view that stuff as
Mhm.
impossible? Like
Yeah.
to say that, you know, they want to be the next Eminem.
Yes.
That's like an impossible
It
goal.
yes.
And
Correct.
and what about sacrifice
Mhm.
too? Do you ever like look to see, are they really ready to give up
Exactly.
everything?
Sacrifice is a huge thing.
Mhm.
Because you have, are we allowed to swear on this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking A, yes.
Jen does it all the time.
You really
hasn't
have
seen the
to eat, sleep, and shit this
Yeah, you
every
do.
day.
Yeah.
Because I can't go to bat for you if you're not going to bat for yourself.
Right.
And that's all across all genres.
Right.
So yes, getting to that level of Marshall or Taylor Swift, that is damn near impossible and does not happen. It could, but it rarely does. But getting to a point where you are successful and meaningful and impactful, it takes a lot of those things like sacrifice to get to that point.
Mhm.
And it comes with your whole team, though. Like, if you're going to sacrifice, I'm going to sacrifice. But if you're not going to sacrifice, I'm not going to sacrifice.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So you got to check all those boxes. And that's why,
Yes.
you know, I only have a handful of artists like that,
Wow.
even though I work with a ton.
Right.
There's just select few. Like when I just had my showcase at the Crowfoot, you know, I gave that platform to those artists that I really believe in, because it's hard out here. It's
Yeah.
very hard.
It's really hard.
But they just need to be in front of people, and people
Yeah.
need to see it, need to hear it,
Right.
and they'll know. They'll pick up on it.
Wow. That's so
Someone's in
interesting.
trouble.
Well, that's because she keeps yelling at
The
us about our
doctor.
phone. The doctor. That's so interesting. And I totally agree with you. Sacrifice to me is like,
Yeah.
I think one of the big key ingredients that's missing, because it's such a long-term plan.
It
It's
is.
not going to happen
And-
overnight.
And that's the
So-
thing with the artists that I sign too, is like, you know, we all know it's not going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
It might not happen even in a year,
Right.
but in 5 years, you don't know. You never know.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, like with my artist Mama Yaya, she was also signed to me in 2018, and like we put stuff out, just ourselves, and certain things started to get picked up by other people, and you know, across the country too. People would pick up on some of the songs or videos, whatever we had, and then it got to a point where a casting producer had reached out to us to have her audition for American Idol, and that was something that we're like, what? That came out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
But we were putting quality content out there,
Right.
and you could see the passion behind it.
Mhm.
Others can see that. If you don't have that, and if you're not putting your all into something, why do you expect somebody else to put their all into you as well?
Make
Right.
that investment. Yeah.
Yep. So I see that with few artists. That's why I don't have a ton,
Yeah.
but there are few.
That's a good point that you brought up, because don't you increase the likelihood of something happening the more you put out there? Because I find
Yeah.
sometimes that artists just take too long to put stuff out there.
So it goes both ways.
And
Some-
I'm not, just for the record, I'm not an artist. So when I hear something, I'm
That's
like,
cool.
that's good. Do it. I think you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's like, shut up. Get in your lane.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a difference between like waiting too long and putting too much stuff out there. Like, yes, it's important to have a ton of content and songs and all this stuff, but it still has to be quality every time. You
Mhm.
can't sacrifice quality just to have a ton of records
Right.
every single week. I'd
Okay.
rather wait an entire year for a quality piece of work.
Then you weaken your brand.
Exactly.
Correct.
Oh,
So did
exactly.
she ever go on American Idol?
So yes. So
How'd
what-
you do?
So what happened was, it was pretty wild. We got the call, we auditioned, the producers loved us because I played guitar with her while she sang, and so I got to experience the whole thing alongside of her. And so we auditioned for the producers, and after that, that's when you get told whether you're going to audition for real for the show in front of the
Mhm.
judges. So we got through that, and they flew us to Milwaukee. That's where they were doing the auditions at the time. And it was for Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan, and Katy Perry.
Okay.
And
So Simon didn't get a chance to say anything to you.
This was back in 2019. And so we flew out there, and we waited all day, and we auditioned, and it was legit. You get one chance. That's it. And we performed sitting on the dock of the bay. It's her own version of it, and blew them away. We got the golden ticket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they all three said yes.
Wow.
She got the golden ticket to go to Hollywood, and we're like, oh, okay. And like that, everything was like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh my God, like this is what I'm talking about. You never know.
Right.
Right.
Which door's going to open?
Exactly.
Holy crap.
So what was really wild to experience was, and this ties into everything, her being signed to my label. It helped immensely when it came down to the business of the show. Because as soon as you get that golden ticket, it's like, boom, here's a mountain of paperwork.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can you do this? Can you not do this? We need footage. We need this. All, normal stuff that you see on the show. But her being signed to me, it was like, okay, we got this ready. You have this. What do they need?
Wow.
They need a license agreement. Boom, it's done.
Wow.
All that stuff really came into play because we do it the right way.
Yeah.
And we have it all lined up, ready to go
Yeah.
for that exact reason.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know. So it was like, boom, let's go to Hollywood. So we went to Hollywood, and she made it to like the top 80 and then was eliminated. But still, we went out there
Wow.
for a few days.
That's
Cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Now that you saw
Such
that,
a great experience.
Now
Were you
that-
ever on the broadcast though?
No. They didn't show it, unfortunately.
Wah,
What
wah.
happened was that was the season that the pandemic happened.
Oh,
So everything changed.
Yeah.
It was funky. It
Yeah.
was weird. But
Yeah.
we
now
still
that you
did it.
saw that
Stupid
side
pandemic.
But we got to see that side of it. And
would
that-
you recommend artist audition? Because there's I know that artists have like, I'm not doing that, not audition.
So many people think it's fixed and all that kind of
depends on
stuff.
what you want to achieve.
Okay.
If you want to be one of those artists that is an influencer as well, absolutely. It's
Okay.
a great platform to get your face out there.
Okay.
But if you just want to be a singer, songwriter, you got to have what it takes, because the pressure is on like crazy just to get through the rounds.
I'm sure.
So it's a really good experience for the reality of that level of performing as an
Mhm.
artist.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, what does it mean?
Mhm.
Now.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
Right.
the same
Like
thing
who
as
won the
20 years
first
ago.
one? I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you, you know.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kelly.
I was gonna say I know they're famous, but I have no
And so
idea. You know.
that part is different. But it's great exposure.
But it can't hurt you then.
It cannot hurt.
Okay.
It cannot
Okay,
hurt.
that's good
but
to know.
even William Hung got some. action from it.
right.
Exactly.
We're gonna
Shebang,
listen. We're gonna take a little break here and listen to a song with Mama Yaya,
Perfect.
and you produced it, or not produced. It's a cover,
Yes.
Layla, and you're playing on
I
it.
did
though.
everything. Yeah.
You did everything, like rearrangement
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and listen to that
All
right
right,
now
here we
with
go.
Mama Yaya.
What are you doing? You get lonely, and nobody's waiting by your side. You've been running, and hiding much too long. You know it's just your foolish pride. Layla, got me on my knees, Layla. I'm begging, darling, please, Layla. Darling, won't you ease my worried mind? I try to give you consolation when you're all upside down. Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla. I'm begging, darling, please, Layla. Darling, won't you ease my worried mind? Let's make the best of the situation before I finally go insane. Please don't say I'll never find a way, and tell me all my love's in vain. Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla. Begging, darling, please, Layla. Darling, won't you ease my worried mind? Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla. No, begging, darling, please, Layla. Darling, won't you ease my worried mind?
Damn.
Pretty
Holy
nice.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Great song.
seriously, couldn't you see
Holy
her and Nina
shit.
Sophia just fucking some shit up?
that's some great shit.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, those
What a
two
voice.
voices.
That's a little taste. That's
And I
just a little
love
taste.
the rearrangement too.
Yeah.
That's
that
a-
was
thank you.
just sick and wrong. Like
Thank
she
you.
has all this like power, but it's so like
yeah.
Yeah.
managed and
Yeah.
soft
Control.
and like yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Ugh.
Holy
It
cow!
definitely
Yep.
pulls you in.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
you,
She's got a great
in
voice.
addition to
Thank you.
helping
Mhm.
these artists find
Mhm.
their way
Mhm.
through this business, you go on tour with D12.
Yeah.
You do this international tour. You
It's like,
open
oh,
for
yeah.
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Did that.
like
what,
no big
what
deal.
part of your job sucks? I just want to know.
Oh,
Not enough sleep.
Man.
Do you have any?
Dealing with ADT, that sucks. You know, having to get Costco, figuring out what kind of snacks we need. That sucks.
Oh man! All right, let's talk.
Look, just call me.
Taking
I'll
the
help you out,
garbage out
man.
So-
sometimes that sucks.
So, how do you? What's that like to go from being in the studio,
Mhm.
helping produce,
Yeah.
helping these artists get on stage and they're doing their thing,
Mhm.
to then you touring?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, that was something that I never ever thought would be in my cards.
So, how did that
Um,
happen?
Which it's crazy. It doesn't even seem real because how that happened really felt like a movie. I was at Costco just shopping with my family, and I got a phone call from D12's management, and they said, "Hey, what you been up to? We've been seeing you working online, doing all these silly videos, performing
Wow.
with all these other artists. Do you ever go out on the road with them?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course I do." You know, one of the things is all the artists I work with, the songs are all mine. All the music came from here.
Yeah.
So I tend to perform all the parts with them too. I get sucked into that. And so they're like, "Would you ever be interested in performing with us?" I was like, "Excuse me." I was at Costco. I was like, "Hold on, just hold my conversation." Absolutely. Because I grew up with those guys my
Right.
whole life. My
Right.
dad produced all their records.
Right.
And so I know the music like the back of my hand. I watched them do it in real
Wow.
time as a kid. So I was like, "Absolutely. What's going on?" And they're like, "Well, we got an opportunity to open up for Ice Cube and Cypress Hill." And I said, "Yes."
So you're
Oh,
you're in the
I don't
middle
even need
of
the details.
Costco.
Right, just stop right there.
You're
Fine.
in the middle of Costco.
Literally in the middle of Costco. with
Putting
my
the fruit
family.
back.
I was like,
Putting the-
"Danielle, D12 wants me to go on tour with them." She's like, "What?"
Oh
like,
my
She's
yes.
like, no, I said toilet paper.
know.
Yeah,
Right. Get
I
that
said
too.
milk.
Yes. So I was like,
Food court.
"Absolutely. Let's talk about this. Like, what do you need? When is this happening?" And
Tomorrow.
it happened in December. So this was like August.
Oh,
Like it
my
was not
God.
that,
Yeah.
far away. And I was like, I'm ready. Let's go.
So
And-
when
So
you
cool.
commit to something like that at
Yeah.
that level, what
Yeah.
do they say? We need you here every week to rehearse. How does that work?
Yeah, it's like these are the people that are involved. We're gonna rehearse, these many days. This is when we're leaving. This is how long we're gonna be gone for.
Wow.
And something that like that on that caliber, that is a dream that I didn't even dream of.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes.
That's so cool.
You just tell me where I need to be and when
I'll
I'm
Right.
fucking
be
there.
there.
You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
So when that happened, I was like, let's rehearse at the studio because I had just finished the remodel of the studio for the past few years at that time. This was 2023. And so all the guys came through, we practiced, and it was one of those things where the chemistry was just there.
Wow.
Like they were like, holy shit, we remember seeing you in the studio
That's
as
so
a kid.
brilliant.
Now you have
And-
facial hair.
Right, exactly. and I'm playing all these parts, and they're like, you sound just like your dad. I'm like, well, I can't help
Wow.
it. It's
It's
in the DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the genes.
What did you say to your dad? Did you call your dad right away?
Yeah, he freaked the fuck out.
He did.
He could not believe it.
That is so cool.
And
What
he
a
was like, "Can I
story."
come?"
He was.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll get you a backstage pass.
Right.
Sure.
Oh,
Love.
so
Let me first explain who you are to them.
yeah.
Right.
So it was great. We did rehearsals, and it was so fucking easy. The parts I knew the parts. I didn't have to.
I was gonna say you probably didn't
Wow.
even
I
have
didn't
to learn much,
practice.
huh?
I had to just practice the stage dynamic.
Mm.
And that shit was fun as hell. And that's it's funny because that's kind of where like the acting stuff comes into play, where I can just gel
The
those
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
2 weeks. I
2
learned
weeks.
so much that I was able to bring that all together.
Was that school known for film and
Yeah, oh, yeah.
music?
Yeah.
Yeah, a
it-
lot of people went there. Lena
Okay.
White, A.D. Bryant went there. There's a lot of filmmakers, a lot of actors and actresses that went there too.
Was that really their forte, or was it a general college or
At
university?
the time, it was popping at the time for that.
Okay.
Big time. And you would know their faces if you saw. But so we got through the rehearsals, and when it came time to actually go out on the road, I was like, oh man, this is nice. Like normally the little tours that I had done, we'd done them on our own.
In a van.
Yeah. Minivan,
Yeah,
maxi
just
fun. Yeah.
Motels and friends' couches.
Motel 6.
Not fun, not glamorous at all. But I do enjoy that. Like
Right.
that life is killer for a week or so.
Right, right.
And then it kills you.
And then it's awful. But something like this, we flew out to our first gig. This was my very first arena show ever.
Wow.
Was in Amsterdam.
I was like, you went around the world because I was
Yeah.
watching you. It was
Wow.
just sick.
Yeah, it was just like this. It happened overnight, but I had been preparing my whole life for something like that.
That's what I like couldn't
Yeah.
figure out because like
Mhm.
just watching you on social, I'm like, wait, when did what the?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool.
it was like that, but I was ready, and
That's
the
so dope.
Very first gig was in Amsterdam at the Ziggo Dome, and
Did you tell him to throw you a joint? That's what I taught Snoop to do.
right,
Throw me a motherfucking joint. Then all these joints came on stage.
right. Well, fun
Like,
fact: I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
smoke, so no.
Yeah,
Um,
well,
You could have spread the love.
Yeah, spread the love.
Exactly. But yeah, it was like, let's go. And we flew there, and the first night was the Ziggo Dome in Amsterdam, and it was literally Ice Cube and Cypress Hill and us.
What did you do when you went back to your room and you just?
I
was it-
called my entire family
Yeah.
and told them what happened, because I had been on so many stages, but something like that, like an arena, I've never felt a feeling like that.
How
that
crazy.
amount of energy
Wow.
was like, it doesn't matter what I play. Like, this just feels amazing, and getting that love. And then it was just so full circle for me to be up there with those guys that
It's-
I've known since I
Right.
was 5
Yeah.
years old.
Right.
And then, talking to my dad about it, I got this like really wild sense of guilt that he wasn't up there with me, because
Mhm.
I was playing his songs, and he's never gotten that love from the fans. Like most of them don't even know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
And
The mailman knows.
You
who
should
he
have just
is.
snuck him
the
out.
mailman knows, yeah. Which at the end of the day is, really important.
Yeah.
What was your phone bill?
But here's the thing: your dad has got to be so excited to watch
100%.
you do
100%.
it.
He said that is better.
Yeah.
Seeing
As a
my
parent.
child
Yeah.
do that.
Like
and
a
achieve
dream
that.
come
Yeah.
true that
Yeah.
you never even knew
So I
you
was-
had.
And me as a parent, I was like, okay, I get that.
Yeah, because
Totally get
you're
that.
taking you're creating helping him
Yeah.
with his legacy.
Yeah,
really.
I'm just continuing.
Yeah,
he's
you're
not
does
a,
your
he's not a
oldest-
junior either.
Mhm.
Right, right.
Does your oldest daughter think you're like a superstar?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, like, she, in school and whatnot, she talks about whatever I'm doing, or she'll be wearing a D12 shirt.
That's
and her
awesome.
teachers understand.
Yeah,
I
right.
love
The
Like-
teachers be like, I want this shirt.
100%.
They're like, it's conference
have your
time.
Bring your dad for show and tell.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
gosh.
that does happen sometimes.
That's so cool.
But it's
It
very, very cool.
should.
And when I was on the road, I was able to FaceTime her from backstage.
That's so
And she
cool.
could see all the people, and there was nothing like it. It was the greatest
That
thing.
is so fucking
And-
cool.
And we were
Career day, dad.
Yeah. So I did not see that in my cards at all, and I did it, and we ended up doing it with De La Soul also, and man, it was a dream that
Good
I didn't
job,
even
Dad.
have come true, and now
Wow.
I'm sucked into it as part of my career now.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm Dirty Jake. That just happened.
Now, what will you tell your girls if they say, you
Mhm.
know what, I want to do what you're doing,
Yeah.
or I want to, be a singer?
Mhm. Absolutely go for it. You
Mhm.
have
What's
to
the
try.
age? What's the daughter's age?
So my oldest is 7, and then my youngest is a year.
Oh, okay.
She's a baby.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we had her last year, and I was supposed to go back out on the road with the guys to Australia, New Zealand, and
Wow.
Dubai. They had a whole
Oh,
tour
wow.
with Exhibit and all those guys, but it fell right when my daughter was born, so I couldn't do it. But
His
we-
wife was like, "Don't give me that on the road shit."
Yeah,
right.
She's heard that.
Yeah, it was one of those things where we knew ahead of time and whatnot, so it just didn't work out that way. But yeah, if they want to do that, go for it.
Is your wife a musician?
No,
No.
Oh,
Okay.
she's an
Okay.
attorney.
Oh,
Mm.
she's an attorney.
Well,
Entertainment
that
attorney,
comes
or-
in-
Yeah,
Help.
she's an IP attorney, so yeah, she does a lot of entertainment, but she
Okay.
does a lot of IP law,
There
Okay.
we go.
transactional. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's perfect.
I knew
huh?
what I was.
Yeah.
You get a discount.
You
Yeah,
got
there
the
we
whole
go.
team there.
Yes.
Um,
However, we met when we were 9, so
Oh, gee.
And
Oh
you
my-
told her that you wanted her to become an attorney because
No,
you knew
no,
what you
so-
wanted to do.
well, that's the thing. One
You
of-
just kind of pushed her.
one
in
of the
that
reasons
direction.
we fell in love early on was she knew her passion young too.
Wow.
Which, was to be an attorney, which is crazy.
Really?
Right.
That's not a normal thing.
No.
either.
Right.
No.
But she always
At
wanted to.
Yeah. You both pick normal.
No, but
Paths.
and we had known each other at that time
Mhm.
too, growing up. We met in Hebrew school when we were 9, so we got to see each other's journeys
Right.
really.
Wow.
But then we started dating when we were 17, which is today is our anniversary.
Oh,
actually.
well, happy
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Years. Pretty wild.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Especially in this business.
Exactly.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
The reason I asked though is because I feel like it's difficult for a partner
Mhm.
to be with somebody who has that kind of a vision of
Yeah.
entertainment.
I wouldn't
music.
recommend it.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Like I couldn't be with another entertainer or another musician. I had to be with a partner that's completely opposite of
Yeah.
me because I need that in my life. Like I need to step out of the creative world
Right.
every once in a
Counterbalance.
while. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so it's very important for me, for my mental health, to just step away
Yeah.
and not be in the studio and go to her work events
Right.
and see that whole life,
Yeah,
and,
right.
which I could never do.
Where
Um,
people aren't like, yeah.
That's cool.
but I appreciate it.
Yeah,
and it's
sure.
It's fun because every time she tags me along to one of her parties or events, everyone talks to me because they're like, "Tell me about
Right.
your life."
Yeah. Right.
Because they want to be like you.
That's like Dr. Gail and T here.
Oh,
Right.
Really? Kind of.
Yeah, same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got a
Oh,
party
no.
coming
It's a
up.
beautiful thing.
Although Gail plays flute,
and I had to put her in my band. And so
Hell yeah.
now she's just a musician.
She enhanced.
She
the
drugs
band.
him up just enough that he says yes.
Hey, what do you have coming up? Tell us what's coming up.
Oh man, there's so many things that I can talk about that I can't talk about.
Oh, we just want to know about the ones you can't talk
Oh,
about.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
The
we've had
NDA
that.
ones.
Yes. So the next thing I got is on November 22nd. Me and D12 have a show at the Magic Bag.
Oh,
actually.
really?
So that's going to be killer.
Cool.
We're putting that together right now. So,
What date?
Perfect.
November 22nd, the
Okay.
Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Mm.
So,
Yep.
go ahead.
And you can get tickets for that. That's going to be killer. We haven't done a
I'll be
hometown
there,
show
I'll
in a
be
long,
there.
long time. So that's happening. That's the next thing. And then I've got a holiday show with my artist Sean Forbes. We're doing that in December, so that's going to be fun.
Where's that at?
That's going to be man, I can't remember the name.
Okay, but
It's downtown though.
If you
I got
go-
too many things going on.
well, what social media should they go to see all your
Oh
shows?
man,
and
you could just see it on my page.
Okay.
At Mr. Jake Bass. I share
Mr.
all
Jake
that.
Bass.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead, keep going.
So
What
those
else?
are the shows that I've got
Okay.
coming up. And then with my artists, we're wrapping up all their projects right now. Mama Yaya's got an album coming out next year. Apapo's got an album coming out next year. Drew's got some singles coming out. Ryan's got an album that we're putting together.
Cool.
And then me and my dad are actually doing a smooth jazz father-son album.
No way.
Shut the hell
Yeah,
up.
that we
Wow.
just mixed and mastered, so it's all done.
When is that
And
coming out?
That's going to be next year. So we are.
We
gonna
should
switch
tie
gears
in this
and
show.
go into the jazz
Wait,
world. We're
we'll
very
have you
excited
both
about it.
on right
Yeah,
when you
that's
launch that.
perfect.
So if you can let
Yeah.
me know.
Absolutely.
Okay,
can
are
go
you
that.
gonna do some
It-
like Sears portrait studio type imagery for this thing? Cause
yes, I've
your
already
shit,
done that.
I know, and I loved
Yeah.
it. I died. I was
Yes.
like, this
Thank
is
you.
just fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Like fanny packs.
Yep.
I died when you guys are all laying on top of each other.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
stop.
that pose was my idea.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah,
brilliant.
thank
I
you.
I died.
So we will be doing that because we're gonna run with the whole father-son thing because that really hasn't been done in the smooth jazz world.
That's so cool.
And we got some really cool special guests on the album that we're
Okay.
excited about. We got Bob James, we got Mindy Beer, we got Dave McMurray on there, we got Louis Rusto on there.
Oh, Louis.
Oh yeah, and my uncle's on there. We got
cool.
a lot of heavy hitters.
Nice.
That's cool.
So we just finished mixing and mastering that, so that's going to be next year. And then we're going to do shows as well. It's going
That's
to be
so exciting.
a lot of fun, and I'm excited about it because it's a whole different lane.
yeah.
So cool.
And him and I did all the music, just us. So we played everything.
Wow.
So that's a passion project.
What's
That's
the
so
what's the
cool.
number one thing you learned from your dad?
Oh man, don't do drugs. That's the big one
Okay.
because everybody did it
Mhm.
except for me because I saw it all. And so there was no curiosity. So that's
That's so cool.
He
that's
had
the
enough
biggest thing.
context.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kind of like the
mom
doc
hated
here.
it. It
Yeah.
was terrible.
Mhm. Like, what's so
That's
funny?
why I have asthma
Yeah.
now. It's awful. But besides that, just being authentic, being your true self,
Okay.
and sticking to your passion because anything is possible.
Anything is
And
possible.
he always taught
Mhm.
me that even when I was young and we didn't have shit, he was still working on his craft and his art. And it was just a matter of time. It took too damn long, but it's okay. It was meant to be. You know, the world
That's-
wasn't ready for Marshall yet in,
Yeah.
in
Right.
1995
right.
when they signed him. So, you know, he taught me that like sacrifice and hard work takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you never ever give up, you can achieve
It's
anything.
achievable.
What's your impossible goal?
Oh man, my impossible goal.
Yeah, your impossible goal.
You know,
like? Do you have one?
yeah. I mean, I do have. I have a few. You know, but I just want to continue to be an amazing parent for my girls.
Mhm.
You know, for the rest of time.
That's
You know,
awesome.
the relationship that we have and the closeness that we have.
It's so cool.
I would like that to be the long-term goal and keep that like how close I am with my parents. I would hope and dream that stays.
I was gonna say it seems
That's
like it's
so
just coming
cool.
full
Now,
circle.
the
like
youngest
really
one is
cool.
only one. Are you going to have
Correct.
any more?
Nope, that's it.
famous
That's it.
last words, man.
Yeah.
Famous last
No,
words.
I don't want to be outnumbered.
Oh.
So let me ask you this: for all the wonderful talent that
Mhm.
we have in this great state,
Yep.
what advice
Mhm.
would you give people pursuing a career
yeah,
in
that-
music?
That's a great question. I would say to try as much as you can and to experiment with your craft as much as you can to a point where it feels authentic to you. Because if you're doing something that's going against the grain, chances are that will work. If you are just trying to do what everybody else is doing, that will not work.
So kind of
And
get rid of
it's
the
too
noise
crowded.
Get
of-
rid of the the idea of, yes, the world, especially in music, is so overly saturated.
Mhm.
And you see that this works, this doesn't work. It's okay if you're not a TikTok star, but if you have something special to bring to the world, bring that to the world. Even if you think it's silly or stupid and it doesn't make sense, it might make sense to one person out there
Mhm.
that could impact them and change their life, and then it'll trickle down from there.
Exactly.
That's the whole
Mm.
point. Like what I do every day is to make an impact on the art world, music world, and our world in general.
So you don't
It's too
actually
important. Our job, it fucks with people's emotions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
right.
So you got to take that seriously.
Truth.
And as a
Mm.
producer, and this too, like we're therapists in a lot of ways
Right.
with these artists.
yeah.
that-
Right.
and you
Yeah,
have
'cause
to
these
be-
are their
you have to be
dreams.
vulnerable,
yeah.
and you have to let everything go and really give it your all and be yourself. And if you do that, you'll see what happens.
Mhm.
That's
You'll
great.
end up on somebody's radar.
That is great advice, I
Yeah.
think, not just for the
Mhm.
music business,
It's
but
not
for
right, correct.
anything that
Yeah.
you want to do, because
Yeah.
we tend to do things with an end goal in
Mhm,
mind, and
mhm.
we're only focused on that. So we're trying to
Yeah.
jump on all the trends to hit whatever business you're in.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're saying skip all that shit.
Just create your own
and
trends.
just
Yeah.
do what feels right to you, what you
Exactly.
believe in,
and make fun of the
stay-
trends.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
take it serious
Yep.
Yeah.
And make fun of yourself, man.
all day.
Yep.
That's that was one of the things that I got to see my dad and uncle do with Marshall when they were developing him, because that's when it worked. When the whole Slim Shady persona came to be, and the silliness and the violence, all that crazy shit is what worked.
Right.
Because before that, for years, when they were really serious about it, it did not work.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Nobody fucked with it. So it was
Mhm.
like, fuck it, we ain't got nothing to lose.
I have
Yeah.
a girlfriend that
That's a
owned
good-
a
that's a
restaurant
good
where your dad
point.
used to go. Your dad and your uncle used
Oh,
to
yeah.
go in Berkeley, Nip Tuck.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she said,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Becky's one of my dearest
yeah. I
friends
know
in
Becky.
life. Yeah. So
What up, Becky?
yeah, she might be watching. Hey, Beck, if you're watching. So yeah, she said like it was so, because she knows all the stuff that I do, and she's
Yeah.
like, if you knew, like you could see, like you knew that they were never gonna give up.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
she always, like she's just like, his dad was so,
Mhm.
like they were so,
Mhm.
it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
It was gonna happen. And she's like, and
Yeah.
it was so cool to kind of watch a little piece of it like
Mhm.
happen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's like, I
That's
felt like some of
cool.
it happened at the restaurant, you know?
That's
I'm like,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the hard thing too, is how do you know when something's not working out as a musician?
Yeah.
How do you know that that's not a sign you're supposed to give up and go a different route?
Yeah.
Or no, you just got to stay with it. Like that's the struggle I think a lot of musicians face.
Yeah. I think that, if you are at a wall, then you got to take a day or two and step away from it, completely step away from it, and then try something that you may necessarily have never tried before,
Mm.
whether it's a different genre or different technique. You'd be amazed to see what happens. Like I know if I'm stuck on something and I can't get a sound right, I'm like, fuck all this. Why am I doing all this? This is stupid. And I
Mm.
come back the next day, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to use one microphone on my drum kit, and I'm going to put it in the hallway instead of all the mics separate. I'm going to try that sound, and it's going to sound completely different. And it may sound like trash. It may sound great,
Right.
but that's going to spark an inspiration for something else.
Right.
And then
I
I'm
like
making a
that.
rock record.
There you go.
And I love that shit.
That's
I
so cool.
love
You
it.
know,
I love it.
And so there are ways to get out of those funks.
Okay.
There really are, and a lot of it is taking a step back and trying a different approach.
Okay.
It works every
Great
time.
advice.
Dig
We're
it.
going to wrap up with that because
I know.
this was,
And I feel
This
like
was
we
a
need more,
great
like 2
show.
more hours. I know.
Well,
Next time.
Yeah, right.
Tomorrow.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, explain this.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is
So-
this?
well,
Jackie
this
will
is
tell you.
It's okay.
Jackie will tell you.
Doctor, go ahead.
It's
No, she's slow.
you got
Yeah, just grab
you
a
got to
piece and
pick
make it.
something out of there.
There's
Those are the
random
drop
questions.
from
and,
like
and you got to answer the question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Okay.
random. And I want to do a
It's-
shout out to
it's-
people listening, by the way.
It's not really a
people?
fortune
Sandy,
cookie thing.
John
it just
Paul.
looks like that.
Yeah.
All right, I got
John
one.
Okay,
Paul,
there
the
we
new
go.
song is man.
Let's
And
see.
Sandy. Hi, Sandy.
Haha, this is a good one.
What
Okay.
is it?
If you could master a musical instrument overnight, which one would you choose?
Oh.
That's which well don't you have you
Well,
don't you have most of them mastered already?
Right?
You need another question.
This is great. There is. I would love to master the saxophone.
Oh, do you
Very
play
cool.
the
No,
saxophone?
no, I don't have the lungs for it
Okay.
Asthma.
because of the
Yeah,
drugs.
yeah, because of the drugs. See, don't do
Secondhand
drugs,
drugs.
kids. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, I would love to do saxophone. That is one instrument that I use a lot with artists,
Uh-huh.
like Dave McMurray, that
Yeah,
I wish
Dave.
I could do.
Okay.
I can't do
Very
it.
See, we
cool.
didn't know that about Jake Bass.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
Now we
No,
know.
no wind
And
instruments
now
for me.
we know that's
Okay.
right. There's a little inhaler attached, you know.
Exactly. I would
Jake,
definitely
thank
need
you
that.
so much for taking the time to be
Yes,
here. I
thank
look
you.
forward to having you and your dad come back in the
Yeah,
spring, and
absolutely.
we're going to hear that whole backstory. I'm super
Yay.
excited to
And
hear
it's gonna
about.
take a
Maybe I'll
long
bring
time.
Becky.
Yeah, there you go.
And so you guys can follow Jake Bass and Mr. Jake Bass on all social media platforms. His links are on our page as well. And so we're going to wrap it up with the.
We gonna what do we got? Are we playing some music?
Yeah, we'll
No,
wrap it
we're
up
just
with
wrapping up, man. It's
Oh,
over.
Yeah.
Wrapping it up.
not
T
wrapping
says
up
just
with the-
wrap it up. It's
Wow.
over.
Oh.
We
You're
got
not
some.
gonna
What do
wrap
we got?
up with the
See, you
song?
want to
Really
sing?
good.
You want to sing for
no,
us?
Not today.
You've been
No.
renamed Jessica.
I'm hard.
Wrap it up
Jessica.
with the
Yes.
What?
T-Money
Am I
song.
Jessica?
Yes, you're Jessica. up
To
there.
who?
Sandy.
Oh, hi, Sandy. Hi,
That's
Sally. No. What?
Jackie and Jessica.
Oh
That's Sandy, our friend.
no,
Here?
Sally.
Sally. What are
Yeah,
you
see?
talking about?
Because she said Jackie and Jessica.
So you made Sally out of it?
No, now I'm calling her Sally since she called me Jessica.
Oh, so it's like a tit
Oh.
for tat.
Hang on, you'll get it in a second.
Okay.
It's
I
too
got it.
early.
I
Tit
got
for
it.
tat.
I got it.
It's too early.
You know I love you. It ain't early, girl. It's
All right.
12:30.
Well,
It's not late.
yeah, it is.
Thanks,
right.
man.
All right,
Yeah.
yay, we did it,
Mr. Jake
Yay! Go Jake!
You've turned in the Roadwork Record to podcast, your go-to for the latest and greatest in entertainment news worldwide. Got something to promote? Your business? Your book? Your music? Or anything else? Let us handle the hype. Hit us up for custom pricing, and we'll do the talking while you keep it gritty. Stay locked in. Roadwork Records and the Roadwork Records podcast.